Now, if you are looking for somewhere around River Valley, but you don't want to pay for the premium because of the district, then you want to watch this video because Promenade Peak is probably the one that you are looking for. Okay, so let's take a look at Promenade Peak. The indicative price is out. Okay, so what we have here, as you can see, the one bedroom is going for 2680. Okay, so starting from 2680 PSF, you will be able to get the one bedroom. Okay, so take note of the prices. So take note also because for Promenade, there's actually, I would say, two different series. Okay, one is called the collection, okay, which is from the second floor to the 42 floor. For this 42nd floor, okay, and then the other one is called the suites, which is from the 44th floor to the 62nd floor. Okay, so what's the difference between these two? Okay, the difference is that this is a more premium series. Okay, and what you find over here is that you will get the private lift all the way up to your 44th to 62nd story. Okay, so in terms of the build, it is also slightly different, which we will go through later on in the floor plan. Okay, so what does this mean when you see prices like that? Okay, in recent launches, okay, you can compare to, you know, Upper House, you can compare to Robertson Opus, you will know that for a location like this, okay, and to get this pricing, it is something that you should really consider because you may not find this also again this time around. The reason why this is priced like that is because the developers also know that if they don't price it in a competitive manner, right, with Promenade Peak, with Upper House, with Robertson Opus, with River Green, with the upcoming Zion Grand, there will be competition. And if they don't price it properly and make it competitive and make it palatable to everybody, then they have a problem selling their products. Okay, so and that's the reason why. And if you look at the cost of getting this place compared to those that I've mentioned earlier on, it is reasonable, and we will go through later on. Okay, so I just want to flash this first because if people see this and they still stick to, you know, watching the rest of the video, it makes their time more worthwhile, and that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so this is what I want to show you first, and then we can move on to other things. Okay, so just to also flash the disclaimer, these are for information only. All right, and let's continue. So let's start with the project information. Okay, so what you will find over here is basically one block of building, and that is going to 63 story high. Okay, so it has 596 units. Okay, and then if you still not aware, right, this is from All Green. This is the developer. All right, and what you will also find is that there are 481 car parks. Okay, car park lot, which includes of 4 accessible lots and 15 EV charging lots. Okay, so 41 divided by 596, right? You roughly get 80%, which is the norm right now in most new launches. Okay, right, and then you are also going to get 149 bicycle parking. Okay, the reason why they are emphasizing a bit more on the bicycle parking is also this area. You will find that cycling around with the park connector is very easy, it's very accessible, and because they want to promote the health and wellness part of things, which you will see later on one of the floor, right? Okay, so what you also find over here is there are 6 common lifts, okay, serving level 3 to the roof. Okay, 6 private lifts serving from basement 3 to level 1, and then to your common space, okay, to the roof. Okay, and then yeah, the common lift that will bring you to the upper level basically. So just to show you a bit of the perspective of what this project will look like. Okay, and what you want to imagine also is that just think of it like there are 3 tiers lah. Okay, the number 1 tier and number 2 tier are of similar series. Okay, from so on the tier 3, okay, you will then find different series, which is the suites. Okay, and then over here is where you will find a common space where you can rest and relax, or you can exercise. Okay, we'll go through that later on. Okay, so just some perspective. Okay, this is the pool at level 1, your 50-meter lap pool. Okay, plus your spa cove. And then this is the play pool. And you get your promenade bar as well over here. Okay, club promenade, club canopy, and this is on the level 22, which is the social peak. Okay, so on the social peak, basically you will find basically just place for you to relax. If you don't want to, stay in your house for the longest time, at least you can come out here, get some greens, relax, okay, for a while, right? Then you can go back to your place, okay? And over here, you will find things like hanging garden, floating hammock, cabana cove, okay? I'll show you pictures later on, right? So floating hammock will look something like that, and cabana cove will look something like that. So it's really a place where you just want to rest and relax, take a break from, for example, if you're working from home, or you can choose to work from here, it's a place just for you to relax over here, okay? Or even socialize, right? Make friends over here, right? And wellness peak on level 43. Okay, something different about this project is that, and because they emphasize a little bit more on the wellness part, this level itself, apart from the gym, right, which is number 2 over here, you'll find outdoor fitness arena, boxing arena, cross training arena, okay, and then you will also get some of the more relaxed stuff like revitalizing pool, your steam room, okay. So they actually put some effort into this area as well, and later on you can see the gym equipment, okay. Right, so this is the boxing arena and cross training arena, something that you don't usually see in other projects. Okay, and because they focus on this, they actually has got some professionals to come in to take a look and to make sure that these areas, okay, can help you with your fitness goals, right? Boxing, calisthenic, right? Climbing zone, functional zone, okay, strength zone, and your plyometry. Okay, right? This is what the boxing arena looks like, and the gymnasium. Right, something to also take note. This brand over here is considered branded amongst the gym equipment. Okay, you can go Google it. Okay, and this is what you're gonna get if you get Promenade, right? And then the roof level. Okay, so here at the roof level, which is on the 63 level, right? You're gonna get infinity pool. You're gonna get sky lounge, champagne pool, sky deck. Okay, basically, I think the highlight of this level is your infinity pool. Okay, you will see pictures later on. Right, pictures will look like that. Right, so basically, if you have been to Infinity Pool in MBS, you will like this one as well because it's like a replica of MBS. Okay, another picture to show you. And on 63 level, this unblocked view, you can also just basically take some time off, rest and relax over here. And this is what you're going to get, okay, in Promenade Peak. Right, so unit mix. Over here, you will see that again, the emphasis is a lot more on the 2-bedroom and the 3-bedroom. You'll see most of the units over here. So total 596 units, right? Most of the units are, focused over here. But what you want to also know that because these units are considered larger units, it's very hard to make more, right? They already try. So the last tier basically belongs to this 3 different unit type, right? And of course, lastly, two penthouse unit. Okay, so the floor plan, it's not ready yet for penthouse, but if you're interested, let me know. Once it's available, I can also send it over to you. Okay, so what we are looking here is that you're going to get 527 square feet, right, for 1-bedder, right? For 2-bedder, it's going to range from 657 to 797. Okay, 3-bedroom, okay, you're going to get from 1033 to 1076 because of the different floor plan. Right. Similarly, a 3-bedroom premium, because of different floor plan, you get 1163 to 1195, and then 4-bedroom premium 1421 to 1582, which is relatively big in today's market. Okay. In terms of maintenance fee, okay, this is what you will be expecting, and because as usual, it goes according to the share value. The bigger the unit is, the more you're going to pay for lah. Okay, so this is the maintenance fee. Right, and for provision and fittings, right, there are differences between the collections and the suite, right? So for collection, you will expect something like that. Also very premium settings, finishing that you get. Okay, and this is for the bathroom, right? And for the suites, this is what you're gonna get, right? A little bit more luxurious than your collection series lah, basically. Okay, and the bathroom. I don't know about you, but whenever I see a project with bathrooms like that, it is something that will attract me. And the reason I think is very simple because for me, this is like the quiet zone that I will get, the me time that I will get. So it has to be somewhere that I will feel comfortable in there, and I don't mind staying in there for a little bit more. That's me, okay? But yeah, I think the bathroom, whether it's the suites or the collection, I think it's places where you don't mind staying in there for a little bit more, which is good, right? Because it's your me time. Okay, and then for the equipments, right? The appliances that you're gonna get, this is Miller, okay? Right, most of them you're gonna get Miller over here, and then you for your kitchen sink and mixer, you're gonna get Franco, right? Lip hair for your wine chiller, okay? And then this is for sweets, right? Okay, and then Jessie, okay, and collection, right? You're gonna get Laufen, Jessie as well. Okay, this is for your sweets, right? So you will see that the finishing, the equipments, the accessories, all these kitchenwares and stuff are branded as well. It's really very hard to just take a look from pictures like that. But if you have time, just go down, take a look at the finishing. Okay, I promise you will like it. Okay, so just go down and take a look. Yeah, and for your home, right, you are going to get this smart home system and also this smart living hub, right, which is very common now in most condos lah. Okay, right. So a little bit about this developer, right? This developer has clocked 11,000 of a residential unit, okay, 1,400 of retail unit, okay, 300 plus service apartments, and also 85 plus commercial units. So Pasir Ris 8, okay, that's the integrated project in Pasir Ris, right? And then Bukit Timah, a few Bukit Timah projects, right? Royal Green, Juniper Hill, okay, and then 4th Avenue residents, right? All these are from All Green Properties, okay. And then for malls, right, you get Pasir Ris Mall, Great World, Tanglin, they're all from the same developer as well. Okay, and these are the awards that this developer has won. Okay, and the architects, so basically Skywaters Residence and MBFC, right, these are from the same architect, BCA. Okay, and then we have Wahab as the builder, right? Wahab is also another award-winning builder, right? So all these three coming together to build this tower, right? This is something that I think you should consider. Just go down, take a look, really. Okay, so let's take a look at the site plan, right? So over here, what you can see is later on a little bit more clearer, right? So this is basically the entrance for the cars, right? And this is the direction to your car park. This is where the drop off is, and then this is where the exit is. And for cars coming from the car park, this is where you will come from and exit here. So you see this kind of layout, it wouldn't cause so much of a congestion, right? Because it is a one way. Okay, I mean, unless if so many of you drop off over here, then it may congest a little bit. But with this kind of flow, okay, it actually decreases the chance of you getting jammed just to go in and out of your condo. So this is a very well thought kind of design, I feel. Okay, so this is basically your level 1, right? Your 50-meter lap pool over here, okay, and then your play pool over here, okay, and then your spa cove over here. Okay, so these are the places where you can relax as well if you intend to go into the water, right? 50-meter lap pool. Okay, you will also find places to relax as well, which is this area. Okay, so as you can see over here, right, your promenade bar, your club promenade, okay, all these places are where you can rest and relax. Okay, so this is the level 1. Right, so level 22, I have shared a little bit earlier on. So basically, yeah, this is where you get to relax. It's or socialize. Right, level 43, this is the wellness peak. Okay, so this is the area where you want to go and relax. Sorry, I mean exercise. And this is the level also to relax. Okay, so basically roof level, your infinity pool. Okay, right, and this is what I was showing you earlier on, where the car is supposed to go. Okay, so something that you also want to take note, this greenish one over here, right, is basically the cycling path. Like I mentioned earlier on, which is why to emphasize a little bit more of the bicycle lot, because they have already planned such that to get in and out of this area, if you're going to cycle, you're going to get this. Okay. And then the next one would be the covered laneway. Okay, so they are trying to also make sure that you get covered laneway to places, right? And to also get out of this place as well. Okay, so going towards this area would be to the Great World MRT, right? Which is, you know, the side gate also over here. And then this other side gate over here will bring you to Havelock MRT. Right, so just another, you know, chance to show you, right? So this second floor, okay, is basically elevated. So this is not your usual second floor. This is already elevated. Okay, so this is like 15.3 meter from street level. Okay, so this is almost like maybe third story, fourth story, okay, at least, okay, from the street level. Okay, so this is where your second floor starts off from. Okay, so second floor to 22nd floor, right? This is tier 1, right? And then level 22 to level 43 would be your tier number 2, right? Like as I mentioned, these are your collection series. So over here, you will find 1 bedroom to 3 bedroom, okay? 12 units per level, okay? 3.15 meter, right? Typically from floor to floor height, right? And then for your suites, which is from level 43 to the roof, right? Level, this is the third tier. This is 3 to 5 bedroom premium unit type, okay? 6 units per floor, full private lift access, okay? And for the height over here, this is 3.325 meter, okay? So slightly higher if you were to get the suite series lah, okay? Okay, so in terms of the collection series, right? And if we were to just cut off any floor level, this is what you will see and this is what you will get, okay? So in a floor, you are going to get like over 10 units, right, sharing one floor, okay? And then for your suites, this is just 6 units sharing one floor, right? So this is one of the key differences lah. Oh yeah, and also to highlight, right? There are 3 units that's available at the show flat, right? So one that is for show, it's the 2 plus study, okay? And then the next one is your 3 bedroom, right? And then the last one will be the 4 bedroom premium, okay? This is to show you, right? This 4 bedroom premium, right? To show you what you'll get for the suite series. Okay, now in terms of floor plan. Okay, so for your collection series, level 2 to 42, okay, 1 bedroom plus study. This is also slightly bigger than your some of the 1 bedroom type lah, because it comes with study. So total of 527 square feet, right? So you will also find, you know, the size over here lah, for different area. Okay, so you can make comparisons, right? So coming in from the main door, you get your kitchen, you get your dining, and then your balcony, right? And then coming over here, right, to the left, you get your master bath, right, your toilet, and then to the right side, you get your room, and over here, you get your study. So for this unit type, it's very suitable for single, young couples, you know, who are trying to upgrade one at a time, right? So coming in here with this is more than enough, right? And this is another floor plan for the 1 bedroom plus study. Okay, quite similar, right? But you see the difference is that one is a little bit long over here. Okay, one is a little bit squarish over here. Okay, in terms of the other size, it's very similar. Okay, so that's the main difference lah. Okay, and then this is 2 bedroom and 2 bedroom plus study. Okay, so one thing that you will notice later on is that most of the collection series, okay, is going to be like a long shape or L shape kind of design. Okay, later on you'll see, right? So coming in from indoor, you get kitchen and then dining, living, balcony, right? Right. Another type. So this is type B2, right? This is type B1, right? It's very very similar. Okay. So coming in here, right? Kitchen first, dining, living, balcony, right? Very very similar, and then to your bedrooms. Okay, and then this is type B3. Okay, so coming in from here, okay, kitchen, dining, living, balcony, and then so you can see that it's quite similar. It's just that because it's a different stack, right? There are very very slight differences, no? Okay, it could be in the size of the, you know, dining living room. It could be in the balcony. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are comfortable with the size that you are gonna get lah. Okay, even if it's, for example, 2 bedroom that you're going for, right? You have to be cautious of this kind of differences lah. Okay, and then type B4, slightly bigger than the other rest, right? This is going at 689. Okay, so coming in, right, kitchen, dining, living, balcony, right, and then similarly to your bedrooms. Okay, so this is type B5, okay, going for 678 square feet, right? Also very similar layout. Okay, so this is the 2 bedroom plus study. Okay, this is 764 square feet. Okay, so differences, key difference, okay, is this study area over here. Okay, and then the rest is very similar, right? Coming in, okay, and then to your bedrooms. Okay, so this is the second type for a 2 bedroom plus study. Okay, so very similar. Okay, the difference is that this one you will find master bath all the way at the back. Okay, and then this is the third layout. Okay, so take a good look at all these unit types. I'm sure you can find something that you like over here. Okay, so this is for 3 bedroom, right? So over here, like I said earlier on, you realize that this is the L shape, right? Difference over here is that you no longer, get the usual dining, living, kitchen, balcony. The difference over here is that you will find your kitchen in enclosable area. So if you want some privacy, you don't like people to come and disturb while you prepare your stuff in the kitchen, this is something that you can consider. Okay, and then starting from 3 bedroom, you will also get your household shelter. Okay, and then this is another different layout for 3 bedroom. Okay, so basically, like I said, L shape. Okay, so the difference between the previous one is that this kitchen is over here, right? So it's almost like having one of your bedroom as your kitchen, if you look at it from another perspective. Okay, so you also get this enclosable kitchen, okay, for your 3 bedroom. Right, and then over here, starting from here, is for your suites. Okay, and all of them come with a private lift. Right, so 3 bedroom premium. Okay, so coming out from your lift over here, right, this is your foyer, right, and then you get your living, you get your balcony. Okay, dining over here, and kitchen over here. Okay, so for some of you who has got helper and all this, you will like this layout a lot because you will see that utility room over here. Okay, yard is over here, the toilet is over here. Okay, and then the other exit, okay, of this place is gonna be here, right? So basically, this area is quite private, right? Then over here is your other bedrooms, right? So the another layout for 3 bedroom premium. Okay, coming out here from your lift, this is your foyer, okay, and then you reach your living room, dining room area, okay. So similarly, okay, this area would be the private area for the kitchen, right, and also helper, okay. So this is the exit, okay, over here, and then yeah, over here you'll get your bedrooms. Okay, so you see, very efficient layout, no weird angle, no weird design, just efficient, just productive. Okay, and that's what you're getting over here in Promenade from all these award-winning people coming together, right? And then 4 bedroom premium. Okay, so coming out from your lift, okay, so you see kitchen over here. Okay, similarly, right, this is where the other exit is, right? So coming in here, you get your dining, and you will realize that there is quite a huge balcony space. Okay, I have been to the showflat unit. You will see that it's almost like a place where you can play with your children. Okay, if you put it up nicely, okay, it's a place. It's kind of like a place where you can have the outside. Okay, you don't want the aircon. You can just have this area for play, right, with the kids, or you can even set it up such that it's a outdoor relaxed area compared to the inside. Okay, so something for you to start thinking what you want to do, okay, for your balcony, because it's quite a huge space. Okay, and then coming in here, right, you have 4 different bedroom, right? So you have your junior master bedroom over here. Okay, the master bedroom is over here with the walk-in wardrobe. Oh, quite big one. Okay, and then yeah, then your common rooms, 2 of them over here. Okay, so you want to take note, right? Because this is a PVVC build, so a lot of the rooms you see over here, and also from the floor plan, right, these are non-hackable one. You cannot hack one compared to other projects. Okay, so something for you to take note is basically this. Okay, right. So type 2, okay, for your 4 bedroom premium. right? So coming in from your lift, okay, this is your foyer, okay, and then same thing, kitchen on one corner lah, okay, at one corner of the entire unit, right? So this area, right, basically your living room, right, quite huge one basically. Again, balcony, okay, compared to the previous one, slightly smaller lah, but similar, okay. And then same thing, right, over here would be your bedrooms, okay, master bedroom over here with walk-in wardrobe, junior master bedroom over here, okay, and then common room over here, okay. Oh yeah, one thing that I forgot to mention, right, for your master bedroom, see this? This is your bathtub, okay. So 4-bedroom premium have, 3-bedroom premium don't have. Okay, so if you are somebody who is looking for, you know, something special, because this you won't get in a lot of projects, right? So if you are somebody who like bathtub, who enjoys, who want to have this space, okay, your own spa area, okay, this bathtub is for you, okay, this 4-bedroom premium is for you, okay. So something for you to consider, right? The other rest of the things basically quite similar one, okay. Right, private lift, foyer, living room, right, kitchen, right, quite similar, okay, balcony. Okay, so this is the show flat unit, right? So coming in from your lift, foyer, and then this will be your living room, and then balcony over here, kitchen over here. Okay, so coming in here, right, slightly different is that because of how they design it. So master bedroom over here, okay, walk-in wardrobe over here, toilet over here, bathtub over here, okay, and then junior, you get this, okay, junior master bedroom, okay, and then your common bedroom over here. Okay, so you see, you know, some people, they say they don't like wastage space, but it's almost not possible for all these rooms to, you know, have just little space and then going into the bedroom. For 4-bedroom, very tough, very difficult. You will get some sort of corridor one. Okay, so this is already the one of the minimal kind of corridor that you get, because you still get, you know, another toilet over here, powder room, right? You get the toilet over here. So this is already like the maximize of the space, whatever possible already, okay. And then 5-bedroom premium, okay, this is very similar to your type 3 for your 4-bedroom, but slightly bigger lah, okay. So coming out from your lift, right, over here, right, living room, balcony over here, okay, and then kitchen over here, okay. Then this is the other door to exit your place, okay. So then, yeah, the other, so if you look at it, right, basically one half of it is living space, the other half of it is your resting space, okay. So the other half basically, yeah, because it's 5-bedroom, it's really big. So over here, right, you get this bedroom with your bathroom, okay. These two common ones, okay, they're going to share this bathroom, okay. Junior master bedroom, you're going to get this one over here, okay. And then of course master bedroom, this one, like that. That's the space that you're going to get, okay. So it's not ensuite, but definitely enough for everybody, okay. Now for penthouse, like I mentioned earlier on, the floor plan is not ready yet, okay. If you're interested, let me know. As soon as I have the information, I can send it over to you, okay. So looking from the layout, right, looking from the site plan and the floor plan and all this, right, and because the penthouse is going to sit on top and there's only 2, right, very likely you're going to get a penthouse that looks something like that and something like that. Yeah, so that's how I look at it lah. For most of the projects, when they have penthouse, they have something like that, okay. Okay, so next, just want to show you the drone view for different direction, okay. So north will be here lah, okay. So if you were to look to the east, okay, from Promenade Peak, you're going to see, by the way, this is level 60, okay. From level 60, okay, you will get Fort Canning, you will get MBS, okay. You can see a little bit of sea, okay, and then mostly the CBD area lah. This is the direction, okay. And then if you were to look south, okay, basically south, it's the Sentosa direction, Okay, so you should be able to see the Sentosa Island. Okay, this is where you also see the Tanjong Pagar area, Mount Faber, okay, and then the southern regions. And this one, if you were to look towards the north, okay, north over here. Okay, so you will see Great World, you will see Botanical Garden, okay, a little bit of Dempsey, and then Orchard area. Okay, and if you were to look towards the west, okay, basically mostly Dempsey area, okay, and then big field over here, all right, a block, and then your southern regions over here. Okay, so next I'm going to show you where the showroom is and also the actual site. Okay, so this is the actual site. Okay, this is where Promenade Peak is, and then the showflat unit is basically just across the road. So parking wise, there are a few places. One is over here. This is block 87 of this HDB. The other one that is close enough is basically the Zion Food Center over here. There is some open car park over here. Okay, so if you want to get here by driving, you can park at this two area. The other one then can be Great World City. Okay, so current show flat unit, right, is built on this plot of land that is demarcated for education institute, basically. Okay, so in the future it may turn into a school or something. Okay, so in terms of surrounding building height, okay, what you realize is that once you get 36th floor upwards, a lot more of the views would be quite good. In short, if you get the suite, you could see a lot more places. If you get the collection series, then most of them would be similar height as you. Okay. And in terms of connectivity, right, 2 minutes to Great World, 4 minutes to Havelock. So in terms of MRT, this is what you're gonna get. Right? I mean, I'm sure you know, but let me just go through. And because you are located in between River Valley and Havelock Road, going in and out of this place is going to be easy, right? CTE is over here, right? This grayish one, okay? And further down is where MBS and all this is. It is also where ECP is, okay? And over here, if you're working in the CBD area, it's probably going to be 10 minutes drive until the car park lot of your workplace. My estimation, because I mean, without traffic, from here to here, about 5 minutes easy. But to your parking, I don't know how hard or how easy it is. I give you another 5 minutes. So from here to here into your car park lot, 10 minutes, about there. Okay, and then we all know that because River Valley and Havelock, right? So going into Orchard is also very easy. Okay, you will find the amenities over here is really just in town, but you get a quiet space over here, right? In terms of school, we have a few good school around this area. Within 1 kilometer is River Valley Primary School, okay? And then not too far away, we have Gunning Sing and also Alexandra Primary School. Okay, so you need to know what you are surrounded with in Promenade Peak. Okay, and then so let's take a look at the market trend. For what we are getting here right now, right, the developer actually got in at 1,300, and this is Promenade Peak. Very recently, Bayshore area, this also came out in the news, got the land for 1,388. So you can imagine very similar GLS price, but in different location. So this kind of pricing now, right now here in District 3, okay, I don't know whether you are still very keen to know the district, but basically it is so near to Orchard, it is so near to River Valley, it is so near to CBD, such that if, because of the district, you get a bit of discount, isn't that also another plus point when you are located just across the road from District 9, right? So I think the district right now is kind of like blurred and grayed a little bit because of good projects that's coming in location-wise, that you're getting. So something that you need to take note of, okay? So in terms of color, let's just go through quickly, okay? So in CCR, right, region, right, you get the pricing. This is Upper House, okay? This is Holland Drive, another project coming up very soon, okay? And then River Valley Green Parcel A and B. Okay, so this is already the entry price from the development. They bought it at such price. Okay, this is what you want to see. So all these red dots over here is the average price that they are selling for. So if you compare, right, going I mean, developer got it at this price, and then some very similar ones, you know, like the Ori, okay, average price is going at this. It make it easier for you lah. I put this side by side. So as you can see, starting from 2680, right? You think of the Ori in Toa Payoh selling for 2725, some even higher, right? This is the average price. You think about it lah. So you compare, right? So this one Marina Garden, okay, this is going at 2948 average. Okay, so location wise, you really got to consider where you are and what kind of price you're getting. For this kind of price for you to get in, I think it is very doable looking at the market trend now. Okay, so this is CCR and RCR, right? And if we compare to OCR, okay, so Chuan Park 2591. Let's take it at 226 lah, huh? Because some even higher. This is all the average ma. Okay, so you look at how much they bought the land price, how much they're selling. Okay, you roughly have an idea. This kind of pricing for this location makes sense or not? Okay, for you to think. For me is straight. For me it's quite straightforward. Okay, for me it's quite straightforward because knowing roughly where the market and what the market is selling and what you're getting right now at this point of time with the competition all going around River Valley area, okay, this is a price point that you don't want to miss. Okay, take advantage of the competition happening between the developers. Take advantage of that because we all don't know when this kind of competition may come again, right? So take advantage of it. Okay, so that's something that I want to just quickly share with you, right? And then recent one, Chuan area, right? Chuan Park area, Chuan Grove, so for 1376. You imagine, you imagine how much are they going to sell? Are they going to sell at your current Promenade peak price? Okay, and we have already seen, and because of the demand that has been going on, because of COVID again, right? The pent up demand, and because COVID period, we didn't manage to start building, and there's a period of time where there are demand and there's a shortage of all this supply, right? So right now you will see people rushing in, plus also what's happening in the global scene, right? Whether you talk about tariff, whether you talk about wars happening in different places, something that you want to take note is that you are buying into an asset class that is considered safe. You're buying into an asset class in a location also is considered stable and safe. Singapore, right? Which is what we are known for. People from other countries are trying to find good products where they can invest in, right? And this is one of the locations where you will see money flooding in, money coming in, and that also drives the price up as well. Okay, so you got to take note of all this that's happening in the global scene as well, because this will also affect our property price here in Singapore. Okay, right? So just to show you, right, because of this period when they cannot build, right, due to COVID, there is a lack of launch units and sold units, and that's the reason. When the average is somewhere around here, this space that didn't achieve the usual kind of sold units, right, is because there isn't anything for sale. When you have this kind of gap over here, right? If you just add in this green bar here, this green bar here, this green bar here, okay, which is about this height. You imagine this amount of people looking around for new launch. Okay, so this is what I mean by there is demand. Looking at the chart like that, on average, there will be the demand over here. Okay, so we don't have the supply. Right now, the supply is slowly coming in because of all this delayed, right? So is this going to drive the property price up again? I don't know. You decide. Okay. I just want to show you data and things that happen so that you can make a better choice. I know some people are waiting on the side. They are considering, they have different doubts and they have different goals. But the price of property, if you look at it, very hard to come down. Right? These people, if they cannot get new launch, they also go for resale, and then resale price also go up. Right? So you have to, make use of data, make use of all these things that I've shared to make a better decision. Okay? Right? So with what I shared earlier on, because there is that build-up demand, right? The bar that goes so high, you will realize that when the bar goes so high, there's also something that is very dangerous, because cooling measure may come, and we don't know how much more the change can be, right? Recently, there is the change of the seller stamp duty, the SSD, right, from 3 years back to 4 years. Uh, that is already one signal coming in from the government, right? We just don't know what else, how else it may change. So before it change, right, usually cooling measures make it a lot more harder for everybody to get in short. Okay, I just want to also quickly show you this, okay, because in the resale market, you can go and take a look, you can check it out, right? Compared to the resale market, there are already people trying to sell at 3.8, 4.1, okay, 5.4 for the 3 bedroom. Okay, and if you take a look at your 3 bedroom, okay, whether it's the collection series going at 2.9 or whether it's the premium going at 3.6, this is for something new, and compared to what you are going to find in the resale market. Okay, I mean, everybody's goal is different. If you need to move in straight away directly, resale market is something that you can consider, but you look at the price and then you tell me whether it makes sense or not also, okay, to go for a new one, right? And then similarly for 2 bedroom, right, this is going at 3.8, this is going at 3.7, okay, while the 2 bedroom over here, even if you go for the 2 plus study, it's at 2.1. Okay, so for a quick comparison, right, for projects resale around this area, right, you can take Avenir, you can take Rivergate, you can take 8 St. Thomas, you can take Riviera, right, Trillium, Cosmoton, Martin Place, Centennial, all these nearby places. Okay, you compare what they have been selling for and what you may be getting, and you see whether it makes sense to you. Okay, take note also the size. Sometimes the older projects, they have bigger size, right, but it's a smaller bedroom type. Okay, so the bedroom type also need to make sense, because to me it's a little bit of wastage of space if you get big but 3 bedroom, for example. Okay, the size need to make sense. So this kind of size type and all of this is still very decent, very common and acceptable by a lot more people. So you're not paying a lot more for the space that you can't use, and you can convert into a bedroom one. Basically, you can convert it into a bedroom with that kind of space. Okay, so just a quick one to show you the prices over here, so that you can see. Okay, most of the resale are already going so much higher than our new launch over here. So in terms of exit strategy, okay, you will know that the land cost over here is considered average, not the lowest but the average. Okay, so this A and B over here is on the left side. Okay, so basically B is Promenade, okay, 1304. Okay, and then you have Zion Grand, which is coming out very soon, and they got it at 1202. Okay, and then if we were to move towards the River Valley side, right, this ABC, this A over here is your River Green. They got it at 1325. Okay, this land parcel B by Quay Land, okay, they got it at 1420. Parcel C, not so yet, but you just imagine how much more they will sell. Yeah, so just another table view for you to see. Okay, this C over here is basically this one over here. Right, and because of recent news, like I mentioned earlier on, the Bayshore one going at 1388. And if you look at this price that has been increasing over time and the location, right, compared to Bayshore, okay, so you can already do a very rough estimation how much, right, the developer needs to sell to cover costs and then to earn. The reason why exit strategy is important is because you want to capitalize on the growth, right? So who is going to buy from you? Basically, these guys who wants to upgrade and they are staying nearby. They want to also stay nearby this area. So places like Bukit Merah, Queenstown, right, and many other $1 million one who wants to move into, Havelock River Green area, especially if they can achieve $1 million HDB, right? You can see that these guys, they can do that, and there are upcoming BTOs that's going to MOP also. Okay, so these are the ones that is very, very nearby one. Okay, so if they want to upgrade, if they want to move, and if they don't want to wait, in between, they just want to, sell and move into another place, then your place will be a place, right? Promenade Peak will be a place where they can consider. Okay, so if you look at nearby $1 million HDBs that's around Promenade Peak, right? Whether they are slightly older or whether they are, quite new, they have already and consistently broke record around this area, right? And they're not very far. They are within the map that you can see over here. Okay, and so we flash this so that to show you these guys, they bought a HDB, they can sell $1 million, they can easily move into Promenade if they choose to, right? So the profit is easily in the millions, right? If they were to sell, for example, they bought it at 532, right? And then they were to sell at 1.6, the profit alone itself is 1.1. Not to mention, right? Apart from the profit, there is the build-up capital from that previous one. Okay, so they have a good chance to get in, right? If they choose to. Okay, so some important timeline so that you are aware, right? So 17 July, right? It's already launched. The project is already out there. Okay, check cutoff is 29th of July. But what I heard is that they may shift this earlier because they are getting a lot of checks, and that's what I heard. Okay, so something for you to take note of. So 30th July will be the merging. Okay, showflat is closed. 31st, okay, will be the balloting. Right? On the 1st August, the VIP, the priority booking will go for the 1st of August one, okay, which is VIP and multi-purchase. Okay, and then 2nd August will be the booking day, the normal one. Okay, so this is the timeline that you need to take note of. Okay, so that is more or less what I have for you. I just want to flash this again because I think this is important. Because most of you would take a look at this. If can, you will look at the project more. If not, then you will skip already. And that's what this is basically from experience, the encounterments that I have from people. Within budget, they will take a look, they will consider. If out of budget, don't even have to take a look, right? So if you are still here, right, yeah, I just want to flash this to you so that you can see. And if you need anything, floor plan, site map, let me know. I can easily send it over to you. And if you want to, we can always make an appointment, go down to the showflat unit and take a look at the actual thing. Okay, so thank you for watching. I will see you again in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.